The Blackfoot American Indian Tribe Story of Creation. All alone, Old Man was traveling about, making things to beautify the world. He came from the south, traveling north, making animals and birds as he passed along. He made the mountains, prairies, timber, and brush first. So he went along, traveling northward, making things as he went, putting rivers here and there, with waterfalls on them, putting red paint in the soil here and there on the ground, making the world a wondrous place. He made the Milk River, the Teton, and crossed it, and, being tired, went up on a little hill and lay down to rest. As he lay on his back, stretched out on the ground, with arms extended, he marked himself out with stones, the shape of his body, head, legs, and arms. There you can see those rocks today. After he had rested, he went on northward, and stumbled over a knoll and fell down on his knees. Then he said, "You are a bad thing to be stumbling against." So he raised up 2 large buttes of water there, and named them the Knees, and they are called so to this day. He went on further south, and with some of the rocks he carried with him, he built many rolling hills. Old Man covered the plains with grass for the animals. He marked off a piece of ground, and in it he made to grow all kinds of roots and berries. He put trees in the ground. He put all kinds of animals on the ground. When he made the bighorn ram, he made it out on the prairie. It did not seem to travel easily on the prairie. It was awkward and could not go fast. So he took it by one of its horns and led it up on the mountains and turned it loose. It skipped about among the rocks and went up fearful places with ease. So he said, "This is the place that suits you. This is what you are fitted for, the rocks and the mountains." While he was in the mountains, he made the antelope out of dirt and turned it loose to see how it would go. It ran so fast that it fell over some rocks and hurt itself. He saw that this would not do, and took the antelope down on the prairie and turned it loose. It ran away fast and gracefully, and he said, "This is what you are suited to." One day, Old Man determined that he would make a woman and a child, so he formed them both, the woman and the child, her son, of clay. And he had molded the clay in human shape. He said to the clay, "You must be people." And then he covered it up and left it, and went away. The next morning he went to the place and took the covering off, and saw that the clay shapes had changed a little. The second morning there was still more change, and the third still more. The fourth morning he went to the place, took the covering off, looked at the images, and told them to rise and walk. And they did so. They walked down to the river with their maker, and then he told them that his name was Napi, Old Man. As they were standing by the river, the woman said to him, "How is it? Will we always live? Will there be no end to it?" Napi said, "I have not thought of that. We will have to decide. I will take this buffalo chip and throw it in the river. If it floats, when people die, in 4 days they will become alive again. They will die for only 4 days. But if it sinks, there will be an end to them." He threw the chip in the river, and it floated. The woman turned and picked up a stone and said, "No, I will throw this stone in the river. If it floats, we will always live. If it sinks, people must die, so that they will be able to feel sorrow for each other." The woman threw the stone into the water, and it sank. "There," said Old Man, "you have chosen. There will be an end to people." And that story is adapted from the Blackfoot Lodge Tales by George Bird Grinnell.